Welcome to this learning pathway, Sustainability Strategy and Transformation. In this course, you will learn about renewable resources to see their potential to replace non-renewable, or finite, resources in every aspect of life. It basically addresses the types of renewable resources to this lecture on sustainable energy and climate change. In this lecture, we will explore the critical issues surrounding renewable and non-renewable energy resources, the impact on climate change, and the urgent need for global transition to clean, sustainable energy. We will delve into the main variables for global sustainable development, renewable and non-renewable resources, the shift from fossil fuels to renewables, and why clean energy is essential for a healthier, economically prosperous, and environmentally conscious world. Main variables for global sustainable development. In the context of sustainable development, key variables include reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, efficient utilization of natural resources, social equity and inclusion, biodiversity conservation, sustainable economic growth, renewable versus non-renewable resources. Renewable resources, such as solar, wind, water, geothermal, and biomass, continue to exist and replenish themselves over time even as they are consumed. However, they may not always be available when needed. For instance, solar energy is limited at night and during overcast conditions. Non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources, like coal, natural gas, and oil, are finite and deplete over an extended period. Once they are exhausted, they become unavailable. The advantage of non-renewable resources is their immediate availability, as infrastructure for their use exists. However, they have a significant negative environmental impact, contributing to rising temperatures and global climate change. The urgent need for renewable energy. In recent years, we have observed alarming climate change indicators, including increasing greenhouse gas concentrations, rising sea levels, ocean heat, and acidification. These developments highlight that human activities are causing profound, long-lasting changes in our environment. To address this crisis, we must reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, the primary contributors to climate change. Renewable energy technologies. The good news is that we have the technology to transition to renewable energy sources like wind and solar. In many cases, these technologies are not only sustainable but also more cost-effective than coal and other fossil fuels. Making renewable energy a global public good is crucial to ensure equitable access for all, rather than just the wealthy. Removing roadblocks related to intellectual property rights is essential for knowledge sharing and technological transfer. Global access to components and raw materials. To transition to renewable energy successfully, we must ensure a robust supply of components and raw materials. This includes minerals for wind turbines and electric vehicles. Expanding and diversifying manufacturing capacity globally will require international coordination and significant investments. It's crucial to build supply chains through sustainable practices that protect ecosystems and cultures. Leveling the playing field. While global cooperation is essential, domestic policy frameworks must be reformed to fast-track renewable energy projects and attract private sector investments. Clear and robust policies, transparent processes, public support, and modern energy transmission systems are vital to accelerate the adoption of wind and solar energy technologies. Shifting energy subsidies. One major obstacle to transitioning to renewable energy is fossil fuel subsidies. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, reported that about $5.9 trillion was spent on fossil fuel industry subsidies in 2020. Shifting these subsidies from fossil fuels to renewable energy not only reduces emissions but also contributes to sustainable economic growth, job creation, public health improvements, and greater equality. Triple investments in renewables. Investing at least $4 trillion annually in renewable energy until 2030, including technology and infrastructure, is necessary to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. While this may seem substantial, it will pay off in the long run. The reduction in pollution and climate impact alone could save the world up to $4.2 trillion per year by 2030. Moreover, renewable energy technologies can create a more resilient and secure power supply system. Advantages of accelerating the transition to clean energy. Abundance of renewable energy sources. Clean energy is all around us, providing opportunities for countries to diversify their economies, protect against fossil fuel price fluctuations, and drive inclusive economic growth and job creation. Cost effectiveness. Renewable energy is becoming increasingly more cost-effective. Prices for solar and wind power have dropped significantly, making these sources more attractive to low- and middle-income countries. Health benefits. Shifting to clean energy can improve air quality, reduce air pollution-related health issues, and lead to economic savings. About 99% of the world's population breathes air exceeding safety limits, primarily due to burning fossil fuels. Job creation. Investment in renewables generates more jobs than fossil fuel industries. A transition to clean energy could result in the creation of over 30 million jobs by 2030. Economic sense. Shifting from fossil fuel subsidies to renewable energy investment is economically sound. Fossil fuel subsidies cost trillions of dollars each year, whereas renewable energy investments offer significant savings while benefiting the environment. Renewable energy is not just a path to reducing climate change, but also a route to a healthier, more prosperous, and equitable world. The transition to clean energy is essential for sustainable economic growth, job creation, public health improvements, and a greener planet for current and future generations. Making the switch to renewable energy sources is not only cost-effective but also an ethical and sustainable choice for a better world. Thank you for joining this lecture on sustainable energy and climate change.